Welcome back to another YouTube video. So got a bit of a cool video planned for today. So obviously, hopefully about 2 weeks ago you would have seen I put a video up collecting my G80 from having hybrid turbos put on, etc. Now running 820 horsepower. Obviously on the video when we drove it home, we gave it a little bit just to kind of see what it felt like. It felt really good. Good improvement over what it was before, which was about 720 horsepower. So it's gained about another 100 horsepower. I've drove it a few times now in the meantime. Feels mega, honestly. It feels so good, so strong. Like I always say, I love the fact it's a rear wheel drive one. It's so playful, but at the same time it can really surprise you how well it actually puts the power down. And it's just such a fast car, it really is. So bit of a cool video, like I said. So I have just took part exchange one of my own personal cars which I owned in 2022, which is quite cool. So I sold this to one of my good friends, just sold him a GLC 63 AMG. So obviously I took this car back. I thought we could do a good comparison on the G80 versus this car which I just took back in. It's a proper car. Obviously I'm going to show you now. It's just over here in front of me and they look really good together, so I thought it'd be nice to do a comparison video to compare the G80 against the M5. So they look really good together actually. So this is a 2014 F10 M5 tuned by Velocity. It's running 751 horsepower. Got some really nice parts on this car. Starting off, it's got the Project Gamma intakes, which are, to be honest, the dearest and best ones you can get. Just had to put a new front splitter on the front. It's sat on KW coilovers, so it's on proper suspension, sort of VRSF catless downpipes. 751 horsepower, tuned by Velocity. Just sits so good, and it's just such a good looking car. I think these F10 M5s, considering this is over 10 years old now, it's just aged really well. Such a good looking car. Even up against the M3, you know, it still isn't a bad looking car considering the age difference. I really like these wheels on the M5 too. I think these are actually the more like basic wheels, but I think because the suspension is on and everything, it just looks proper. So I've just had the M Performance kit put on my G80. So I think, I don't know, I wasn't sure how it was going to look like, to be honest, because a lot of them with the M Performance kit I see have got the M Performance wing too, whereas mine has obviously just got the standard wing. So I think it actually looks really good. I'm really happy with it, and I think it helps with the colour it is too. It's just a proper in-your-face car. So like I said, I think it'd be really nice to compare these two together. Both big power cars, both M cars, both different ages, both definitely different price points now. So I say to people all the time, people ask me a lot of questions, and a big one is always like, you know, what's the best value money for car? You know, if you had this amount to spend, what would you buy? Honestly, an F10 M5 has to be the best value for money performance car in my opinion. I see these pop up for early teens, like 12 grand, 13 grand, 14 grand. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you want a nice one, I'd imagine 19, 20 grand is going to get you a nice one. But still, that is a lot of car for the money, in my opinion. But don't get me wrong, expensive to maintain. So if it is going to be a daily driver, maybe not the best ideal. But if you just wanted a weekend car, you know, you wanted some fun, you wanted something fast, and the size of it too is a big car. You know, you could put your whole family in there if you needed to go on a trip, and then also have as much fun as you wanted when you're in it on your own. So before I sold the M5 to my friend in 2022, it literally just had a tune on it by Velocity. In the meantime, he's put VRSF catless downpipes on. It's got the Project Gamma intakes, and then obviously now it's Velocity stage 2, running 751 horsepower. It is a seriously fast car, and the sounds that this M5 makes, it sounds nuts. I've had quite a few over the years, ones which I've just sold, you know, had in stock to retail, and I've had a couple as my own personal cars actually, because like I said, I think they're really good value for money. But this one, it's got to be my most favourite one. Just, it's got some nice parts on it, sounds absolutely evil, like the cold start on it is mental, but when you're actually out and about driving it, giving it some, it sounds crazy. So before we get out in both the cars and you see them from the inside, honestly, my G80 is so fast now. Feels crazy. I've only took one of my mates out in it so far actually, and he said it feels crazy. It's so aggressive, and it's just, like I said, we actually done a launch, a proper launch. So the rear wheel drive one's launching second gear, traction fully off. It didn't even spin once. Like, the way the car can put the power down when the tyres are warm, and if you actually want to try and make it put the power down, it is crazy the way it does it. But it feels mental, so I'm excited to get out in it properly, give it some absolute death and see what you all think. So I thought I need to show you what this M5 sounds like on cold start, because it's just evil. Oh my god, typical BMW. Get a BMW, they said. Why won't it start? Okay, let's lock it and unlock it and pretend that nothing ever happened. Hate cars, honestly, hate cars. Oh god, it's because it's got like a Pandora immobiliser. It's obviously having a, oh no, it done this the other week. Right, so here's me running around like a nutter. I figured out the issue. Oh god, here we go. I better start this now. No, still won't start. Right, basically, because it's got Pandora, it needs this to start, and the spare key hasn't got one, and I had the spare key, so that makes sense. So hopefully now it should start. Oh yeah. So loud, yeah, so loud, honestly. Proper example that is. Right, so we've just got into this F10 M5 finally, after that absolute nightmare, because like I said, basically it's got Pandora, it's got to have that little tab thing on the key, and the spare key doesn't have one. So, but then that's good, because look, someone try and nick your car, you know, they can code themselves another key, but if they ain't got that little security tag thing, then they aren't going anywhere. So that is good. So basically, so like I said, this M5, so this used to be my own personal car in 2022. Literally just took it in Part X about 3 or 4 weeks ago now. So driver's door not shut. So basically, my good friend, he's my good friend, but he doesn't exactly know how to maintain a car the best. So I've just spent about, I've spent at least $2 grand, I'd probably say closer to $2.5 grand, just sorting things. I wanted the car right. When I first bought this car in 2022, it is an absolute minter. Like, this car was up for 31 grand when I brought it. So this was like a top end, you know, top of the market one, like one of the best about when I brought it. And like, do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, he don't like mistreat the car exactly, but he should just you know, maintain them a little bit better. So I've just done like a full service. With these I get like the most expensive oil. It's called Red Line 5W50. We've always ran this car on. So literally the oil was like 240 quid just for the oil. So we done oil and filter, spark plugs, brake fluid, we done rear disc and pads. I think I had to put some front tyres on it. We done the wheel alignment after. I had to put like a rear arm on it. I just wanted the car right. The car deserves to be right. It's a proper car. It just wanted some TLC to get it back to how it should be. Do you know what I mean? So it does drive really nice now. It looks proper. It's just a proper car. And like I said, just value for money now. I think this I've put up for maybe 19,995 in the 19s, something like that. It's just such a good car for the money. It's so fast. It drives nice. You got all your luxuries. You got your sunroof, your heated seats, electric seats, memory seats, your sat nav, your Bluetooth. It's a big car. You can have 5 of you in here. Don't get me wrong, it's not the most amazing on fuel, but it's actually not that bad either. So it is a mega all-round car, a lot of car for the money, and just nothing really negative about it. It's smooth. It's on coilovers, KW coilovers. Like I said, all the bits on this car are proper branded bits, no cheap stuff. So deer suspension, it rides nice, it's not crashy, it feels all right, it's not knocky, it's just proper. So we're just gonna literally take it steady for the first 10 minutes. I'm proper anal with letting cars warm up properly, cool back down, and just like regular servicing and things like that. Do you know what I mean? I like to look after the cars. To be fair, the history on this car is very good. I say that, you know, maybe he doesn't maintain it the best or look after it the best. He has always done the oil changes correctly, etc. It's just the extra bits which the car probably could do with, and he's just like, nah, it's alright, I'll save me pennies. But nah, she's all sweet now. It is a lovely, lovely car. I just thought he's going to be watching this and he's going to be like, fucking hell mate, you going to stop roasting me or what? So hopefully he looks after that GLC better, which I think he will, because he knows I'll keep telling him anyway. I think so. That GLC I sold him, that's the one that I drove to Ibiza, that GLC 63. She was faultless, got me to Ibiza and back, no issues whatsoever. Drove really nice, that car. So I think he's going to go stage 2 EST on that. And I said, you know, when you start putting catless downpipes on anything with that engine, obviously that's the same engine you get in a C63. With the downpipes, they just sound so good. So I think he'll really enjoy that when he goes stage 2. One thing which still feels the same as back when I brought this, I mean, I think I just turned 23 when I bought this. I was turning 23. I literally brought it the day after my birthday. I was turning 23, and I thought, do you know what, I really want to treat myself. Like, this would have been the best car I owned when I brought this. 23 years old, F10 M5. I felt the kiddie. And you still feel like that now when you get in this car. You don't see loads of them when you drive about, especially nice ones. You know what I mean? You're going down the road, you're on an F10 M5, it looks fat. You do feel the kiddie. But something else I was just thinking, when I'm driving the car normal, like you heard the car on cold start, and obviously you'll hear it in a minute when I'm giving it some, it sounds crazy. But when you're here driving it normal, like I'm doing 42 miles per hour, it's just put me into 7th gear, smooth as anything, and I can't even hear nothing. It's just silent, which is nice because it's not all the time you want to be driving round and you think, oh god, do you know what I mean? Like, you know, say something like a Civic Type R and it's got an exhaust on it, it's just always going to be loud even when you're at like 2,000 RPM. Whereas something like this, it's got a nice exhaust, sounds proper, but when you're driving it steady you can't even hear it, so you literally have the best of both worlds. Well, she's definitely all warmed up now, so I've just put her into my M2, traction fully off, engine sports plus, everything else in comfort. But these F10 M5s were actually the car that taught me to drift. They slide so lovely, like the weight. Maybe it's because it's got loads of weight over the back end. Like, you can just learn these so good. It slides lovely, it doesn't feel dangerous. Say you had like an M2 comp and the back end goes on you. If you don't know what you're doing, honestly, it'll just snap on you and it'll go left, right. It don't feel good. These M5s just slide so good. So these F10 M5s, it wasn't actually this one, because this was my first ever F10 M5, and I wasn't that confident in it. It was my first proper rear-wheel drive car, which probably sounds a bit nuts, but then I had a black F10 M5 maybe about 7-8 months later, and then that car owed me very sensible money, so I was like confident in it and trying to slide it, and yeah, I absolutely loved it. But you can just hear this car, man. It sounds absolutely mega. It's such a good sounding car, honestly. To be honest, these M5s put the power down quite well. Like I said, it's 751 horsepower. I think it's got like 900 Newton meters of torque or thereabouts. Like second gear, traction fully off. Bit of spin and then just gone. Mental cars these are. Really, like, they pull really strong, these. I guess they got a lot of torque and they just proper, they feel like they just missile down the road. Third gear, no spin whatsoever. Just proper like stabs you, that's what it feels like. Just get pushed to the seat. Get back end that a little bit. Serious car, these F10 M5s. I rate them so highly. And the sound of this one when you're like hitting the limiter, it's like wah, bah, bah. Oh, it's nuts. Nuts. I hope you can hear how good the car sounds. Obviously it's different when you're in person. I don't know how well the camera will pick it up, but it sounds so good. Just, oh, honestly, proper nutty car. So I just got myself a set of the Meta Ray-Ban glasses. I thought that's going to help a little bit, getting some good POVs. It's always nice when, do you know what I mean, your hands are free and you can just drive and you got someone to record you with everything that you're seeing. I mean, I think the only thing is like, say comparing this to the G80, you definitely know that this is an older car when you're in it and stuff. At the end of the day, the G80, my one, is like 18 months old, I think it is. So it does feel like a new car. And that is obviously a nice thing to have the feeling of. Just going through a little enclosed village there, and then the sounds the car makes, it's just crazy. Honestly, I love it. I don't think you could really get that bored in this car. I mean, the whole time I've known the car, I've never once got in it and gone, oh, do you know what I mean? Just, it feels a bit boring now. Never, it's so fun. It's fast. If you want to get the back end out, you can. It just does absolutely everything. Mental car. See, even on these roads, like, the car's flying. It's a big car and you can still chuck it about as if it's not a big car. Like I keep saying, it literally does everything. I think that's such a good car. So basically, in summary, my opinion of the F10 M5 is I rate it highly. I just think it is an absolute mega car. If you're after a toy, you should definitely consider one of these. Perfect weekend car. Not gonna kill the bank account in terms of buying it. I mean, you're definitely gonna have to spend a bit on it to keep it all sweet and maintain it. But other than that, nothing bad to say whatsoever. I just actually noticed that I've probably done about, you know, from the start of driving this to now pretty much been back at the unit, probably done like, I don't know, 12 miles at most. I think I've done almost quarter of a tank, so maybe that is something to consider if you did fancy one of these. So just cruising back now, gonna go back, get in the G80, we'll jump into that, see what we think, give it a little comparison to the F10 M5, and we can let you know what we think is the best one overall. I don't think the sound of this car could get boring. It sounds nuts. Yes then, so we're now in the G80 M3. As you can probably tell, I had a haircut, different clothes. It is a different day. I can't remember what happened. I think I had a customer turn up or something. So that was the end of the video for that day. So anyway, got some spare time, so we just jumped into the M3. So now we can get round driving the M3 and we can compare it to the M5. Really nice day today as well, honestly. Like it's like start of October now and the weather's still so good. Like the weather forecast on my phone says it's like 16, 17 degrees for the rest of the week. Crazy. So first things first, being in the M3. So the interior, straight away. Obviously I appreciate this is at least 10 years newer than the M5, but it's just a whole lot nicer car to get in. Like this has got the new dash, looks amazing. Like the bucket seats, these new G series models, they're just coming so nice from factory. Obviously this one's got all like the carbon inside, it feels modern. Just to drive, it feels like a much newer car as well. But like I've said, obviously they are two completely different price cars and two completely different age cars. I think I definitely prefer getting in and out of that M5 over this M3. Now these buckets in the M3, obviously they're a factory option to have the buckets, not all of them come with the buckets. I think they look amazing, but honestly getting in and out of them, it is so hard and it's uncomfortable getting in and out of them, and I'm always worried that I'm going to put wear on like the bolsters of the seats, whereas that M5 it's just easy getting in and out of. Don't get me wrong, these buckets are fine when you're in them, it is just purely getting in and out of the car. So another thing to note, I'm out on a nice sunny day today going through a high street. This M3 gets a lot of attention, which I love my attention. This car definitely gets the attention. Probably the colour is a massive help, because obviously that colour is quite in your face and you're going to see it coming. Whereas the M5, maybe because they're just a bit older, we've all seen an M5 before, doesn't get quite as much attention. So if you like to be seen, the G80 is the one for you. Same as the M5 though, really. Like when I was driving that M5, I was saying when you're just driving these cars normal, you can't really hear it. It drives good, you can daily it. There's no real noise going on. As soon as you put it into M mode and you open up the valves, obviously it sounds a lot louder, and when you're on full chat it sounds absolutely savage. But the nice things to these modern M cars, or any kind of modern performance cars, because a lot of them are like valved exhaust systems, you can get in them and drive them normal and you can't really hear them, but then when you do want the noise is available, which is nice. I hate it when you start seeing like a decent car out on the road, but where I'm so anal with warming cars up, if the car is not properly up to temp, I can't start playing with it. But I do like to let the cars warm up properly and just look after them. Well, I'm sat in a load of traffic, so one positive is at least when I'm through it all, she will be all warmed up, so then we can finally see what she goes like. So one thing I am thinking is that this car is going to try kill you more than the M5. Just like that. Third gear, sideways, fourth gear, for a big girl. But the thing in this G80 is so fast, obviously it's violent. But what I like about the G80 is, if you want to make it grip and go, you can. And if you want it to spin up, go mental, put on a show, you can also do that. It's purely how you drive it. Whereas say like the M5 is a bit more old school, it will, to be fair, like the M5, it puts the power down well, but it doesn't have like kind of two sides to it in terms of giving it some, how it puts the power down. Well, the sun's a bit of a pain in the ass, but at least it's not raining, I suppose. And I thought one thing to mention, just in case you haven't seen any of my other videos, this G80 is rear wheel drive. Obviously a lot of them are X-drive, this one is just rear wheel drive. But I love it, it's just mega. Third gear, traction fully off, gone. It feels a lot faster than the M5. that M5 is a fast car, it's got 751 horsepower, but this G80 feels possessed. See, so this is what I mean earlier in the video when I said this car's got like two sides to it. It will put the power down if you want it to. So I'm going to come down to second gear, traction's fully off, I'll get a bit of spin and then it'll just grip and go. That's it, thank God. Nothing, just going. Fifth gear, sixth gear, possessed. Way too fast. In terms of sound of the car, I think the M5 sounds that little bit better. I mean, this one sounds really good. Obviously it's got catless downpipes, mid pipes, front mounted intakes, so it's got a good exhaust setup and obviously the hybrid turbos, but that M5 just sounds vicious, honestly. Like, this sounds good, I get a bit of turbo noise, the exhaust sounds good, but it's not quite the sound of a twin turbo V8. Cheeky little tunnel. Really loud, this car. When the valves are open, it's really loud. Really does feel unbelievable though, this G80 with the 820 horsepower. It's perfect power all through the back wheels. It's playful, it makes all the right sounds. It just is a mega car, honestly. Like, they're a lot of money, these G80s. I think they're a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but Jesus Christ, I can see why they're the money they are when they're like stage 2 onwards. What a car, what a car. Little cheeky POV with the glasses on. Third gear, traction fully off, and it just hooks. Get a bit of revs up. Like I was saying earlier with the attention this car gets, I've got someone behind me now, they're like filming, they love it. There was a bunch of kids on the ring road, they all got their phones out and started filming, like as if they're like, you know, car spotters or something, but it really does get a lot of attention, this car. Just can't get bored of this car. Like I said, it feels a lot faster and more crazy than the M5, but Jesus Christ, what a car. It's not right. For the amount of power in this car, and obviously just being rear wheel drive, it is crazy how when you get some temp to the tyres, it just puts the power down. You might get a bit of spin sometimes, like second gear, but once you get past that spin, that's it, you're gone. So also, if I turn the traction fully on, this is me just pulling away, no launch control, just pulling away like normal, and then just grips and goes. Like, fuck X-Drive, that's all I can say. It's just proper. I reckon that this car is better on fuel than the M5, even when I'm giving it some, it doesn't seem to drink it horrendously, whereas that M5, if you are absolutely on it, it definitely drinks it, whereas this obviously drinks it, but not to the extent that M5 does. Little third gear pull. When you get the windows down, it does sound good, this car, but I think the M5's just got that little bit extra to it. Runway for this car. It is obviously I hope you enjoyed the video. Cool little comparison, F10 M5 versus G80 M3. I've got to be honest, I love both cars. This G80 M3 is absolutely crazy, it's so fast. Look at the interior, look at how the car looks like on the outside. These G80s are crazy. But there is a big price difference, and obviously it's kind of unfair because one's 10 years newer than the other. But honestly, I think I'd rather the F10 M5, purely on the fact you can save a hell of a lot of money. It's still fast, there's a lot of fun, sounds crazy, and you can just keep most of your money in the bank. So I'll see you all on another video soon.